Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the ProThoughts Webinar for a very popular, I would say, a topic of project manager going digital. I think if you type digital project manager or project manager plus digital, I think you will get a lot of links on the website. It's like a buzzing topic about project manager being a digital manager. So this is quite a trending topic, and we thought that let's add our own view on this topic. For the newcomers, this is my profile. Okay, I am one of the directors at ProThoughts, and just to introduce myself, I love project management, and that's how I'm talking with you on this topic. So I write a lot of technical papers, blogs, I do trainings, I do consulting, I do a lot of things, but in only project management. So that's what I do. Before we move to the agenda, for some familiar names here, but for others, okay, if you want to, you can interrupt me anytime during the call, and you can put questions in the questions panel, and I would be happy to answer your questions. You can raise your hand, okay? So you have a button to raise your hand, and I can, if you want to unmute yourself and talk, I can unmute you and you can talk, and I can answer your question, or you can type the question in the questions panel and I can answer the question. Okay, so please feel free to interrupt me at any given point of time, okay, and I would be happy to answer questions. Right, so let's move on our agenda for the day. Okay, I'm going to give you a very quick introduction about ProThoughts and PMI. Okay, and then I'm going to straight away jump about what is this digital means, because I want to be on the same page with you with the terminology called digital, because the word digital is pursued by different people in many different ways. And then I'm going to talk about, okay, a new term which is kind of pretty buzzing in the market called the digital project manager. So digital project manager, I think I recently I think a week back, PMI has published a paper what the C-suite thinks about a digital project manager. So so it's kind of pretty buzzing topic. So I'm going to talk about the digital project manager, and then I'm going to talk about what is the skill set. Okay, I'm going to put my spin on that digital project manager, and then I'm going to talk about the skill set of that new project manager. How is the new tool will be for the project manager, and what would be the future anticipated load of the project manager. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about future, how the things are going to change in the digital world. So quite a relevant topic to all of you here, because digital is going to be, I firmly believe, the way in the future. So I think quite a relevant topic, irrespective of industries that you are working in, especially if you're working in IT, definitely a very interesting topic. Before I start, and a little bit about ProThoughts. ProThoughts, I think we are very proud of the fact that we have been there for last 3.5 years, almost 4 years, and we are the leaders in the 4 cities we operate. We have started with our online courses and self-learning courses as well, and we have going to geographically diversify soon in outside India as well. In learning, we do software, we provide project management software, and that's a part of that digital tool which I'm going to talk about. Also, we have a rich project management content called talkprojectmanagement.com, and you can actually read about a lot of content which we are developing on a daily basis. And you can also have project management books on that platform. So we are doing a lot of things and on project in the project management space, and want to do a lot more in this space as well. So I think we started this with this vision of think project management, think ProThoughts, and succeed with your projects is our motto. We help people, project managers, to succeed with their projects. So this is what I talked about ProThoughts. We are a accredited partner of PMI, and PMI is a non-profit organization and offers different certifications. Okay, although that's not our today's topic, but since we are a partner and I have borrowed a little bit of content from PMI, I have a case study of AstraZeneca and Bayer, German Bayer company. I thought of just giving something, a slide on the PMI. Right. Okay. Let's come to this topic, a very, I must say, interesting topic. So we know of different revolutions. Okay. Agriculture, then industrial. We went through the informational revolution where India benefited a lot. We got a very good global exposure because of that. And I think one derived outcome of information is the fourth revolution that is happening here. Okay, which is I call it fill in the blank, but I think that is the topic of the day. It is a digital revolution. I think the way things are changing is getting digitized. Okay, I can't imagine that how fast the pace going to be in the future, and because of the pace of change, okay, project manager always is mostly associated with time, pace, and therefore this is kind of directly proportional or no directly related to the pace and to the digitization, the project manager thing. So the next way is of course the digital way. Just to give you guys an example, which I tell mostly in my workshops. Okay, if a person uh, today, if a person say from a 17th century, 200 year back, okay, if he has to get transported in today's world in 2018, so a 1700 person gets, okay, transported by some technological means. Just imagine in 2018, he would probably, okay, he would most probably, it has been said that he would die because of this shock. There would be an overwhelming change for him. He can't digest that change 200 years later. Okay. Okay. If let's go back to the 1700 AD, okay, that year, and if a person from 200 years back, which is 15th century, 1500 AD, comes into 17th century, that person of the 15th century will not die. He will be just kind of surprised by the change of 200 years. Now, a 2018 person like we all, okay, if we have to go not 200 years, even say 25 years down the line, and put ourselves in say 2043 or 45, we would also have the same reaction as a person who was in the 17th century got into 2018. What I mean to say is that the pace of technology or the pace of change is going to be so rapid in the next few years or few decades. So that is what the whole digitization is. I was working in a land records in government for a project of ERP, and they were doing digitization of land records, okay, for Maharashtra state government. And if I say that they had papers stored from 1966, and they were trying to convert that into CDs, and it was a mammoth task for them. But now every paper is going to get converted into a digital format. That's the initiative of Digital India. Was an initiative in Narendra Modi government about Digital India. So I think everything is going on a digital way. The pace of change is going to be so rapid, and the skill to survive in the next few years is going to be the adaptability, how quickly you can adapt to the changes that come your way. So like I said, the entire business, okay. So I was, again, another example, Harsh Mariwala, a Marico chairman, okay, and Mr. Ramcharan, he's the business guru. There is an article by Harsh Mariwala in the Mint, okay, which was published a few years back, and he said the only thing that you need to do is destroy your own business. What he meant was to reinvent the business. There is no other way but to digitize your platforms. Now, so every business, okay, every transaction, everything is going to be digital. We are going to communicate digitally. Even our hospital records are going to be digitally communicated. Our health checkups in the future will be on a wristband, on a wristband. Okay, so your all the data which you are going to collect will be from your watch, like the Apple Watch, or wristband, or like a Fitbit or something. So everything, communication is going to be completely digital. The entire world is going to be going digital. There is no two ways about that. Okay, PMI conducted a survey this year itself, and most of the projects, and this is for large companies, large organizations, so I'm not counting small and medium, but large organizations across the globe, one of the major project was digital transformation of the organization. And that was one of the major kind of big projects. Every organization, it is said 83% of the organizations are taking this project, large business digital transformation. And for that, the PMOs of that large organization are accountable to do that transformation. I have another example about the Digital India. So if you go to www.digitalindia.com, and if you see the vision, I have copied the vision from that site of Digital India. And if you see that vision, okay, the idea is to have a digital infrastructure core utility to every citizen. So idea is that every person, be it in a city or in anywhere in India, has to have the infrastructure, be it a mobile phone or internet, to avail services given by the government. Government is making every department digitalized. Okay, even your post offices will be redundant, and there will be more of a transportation units. So even post offices in India, there is a big project which is handled by McKinsey, who is transforming the Indian post office in a digital office. So everything in digital, okay, is ideas to empower the citizens on digital platform. So becoming awareness, idea is giving them incentives to do digital. So every transaction, India is also have the vision of getting the digital India. So So let me come back, okay, to the definition of a digital project manager. So this is a buzzword, okay? What is a digital project manager? And there are many experts who have written a lot about what is a digital project manager. So uh, so many the if you understand the experts, they have written a project manager who is doing digital projects is called the digital project manager. What are digital projects? Like I said, the transformation of an organization into a digital platform. So what can be the digital projects? It can be websites, it can be mobile apps, it can be e-commerce, it can be advertising, it can be social media. So a project manager who manages all these projects is called the digital project manager. Okay, and the world now is divided into digital natives and digital non-natives. Okay, so the even the digital non-natives will actually convert their physical records in digital and try to get into a outcome desired by the business. So a project manager in today's, if there is a term which is coined, okay, in today's digital buzzword is digital project manager. It is limited to the different projects that are being executed. He is called the digital project manager. This is the new term, has been explained and has been adopted by different experts. Okay, however, okay, I'm going to put my own spin on that. I don't think, okay, that, and that's why the name I have put is project manager is going digital rather than a digital project manager. Like I explained, the world is getting on a digital way. There is a fourth revolution which is going to be very digital. The pace of the decisions are going to change very rapidly. One sec. Somebody has asked me a question. Okay, one sec. So I'm happy to get interrupted. Can you repeat one more time who is digital project manager in short? Yeah, sure, Supriya, I can do that. Okay, so let me now go back. So a digital project manager is the one who manages the transformation of the organization into a digital organization. So what is a digital organization are the ones which are, what are the transformation projects to do that? I have listed down these projects like the websites or building a e-commerce site or a social media or a different platform. Okay, no, getting into having communication transactions on the digital platforms, and who develops these platforms or build these platforms is called the digital project manager. Cloud solution, mobile app solutions, all are these digital projects. Who manages this project is called the digital project manager. I hope you got this, Supriya. Yeah, great. Okay, uh, so my spin is a little different on the digital project manager, because I tried to put a context saying that the world is going digital. This is the fourth way. The pace of the transactions are going to be increasing rapidly. Okay, the survival instinct is adaptability. Okay, the world is going to be more complex and more ambiguous. More complex because you have 10 choices, but you do not know which choice is going to work. This is called ambiguity. Okay, I do not know which choice. It's more on the gut because I don't have the data which is going to work. Okay, complex because there is a lot of interdependencies between different things, be it between different peoples, be it with different geographies. The scope, the span is global rather than a location specific. So it's becoming okay. No, the scope is very wide. The situation is complex, ambiguous. the pace of taking a decision is going to be pretty fast. So like some experts have said, digital means the speed of doing the business is going to be enormously high. Also, I believe that it is inevitable. Okay, there is no way but to go it that way. Okay, I can't limit myself and say that ProThoughts cannot go digital. I can't use the social media. I can't use like webinar today is a digital platform. I can't do this without that. I have to do this. Okay, and we all know, like we all are a project from the project management stream, and we know a core of the project manager is communication. It is been said 90% of the work the project manager does is communicate. Okay, so many people ask what actually project manager does. Okay, is he doing some work? But he's actually communicating okay, the project information or the intelligence, project intelligence, to the right people at the right time, to the relevant stakeholders. Okay, so if communication is the major task of the project manager, and only way to communicate is going digital, okay, there is no other option but for the project manager to go digital. There is no other option but for the project manager to go digital. And it has to be a mantra for every project manager who needs to go in his future. So if you are have some years left in project manager, 10, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever the number of years, there is you have to be digital. The traditional methods may not work in the future. So the better how you graph the digital way, and there are various choices to communicate digital. There is no one way. So you need to actually know what is my best way to communicate on a digital way. So my idea of project manager going digital is not limited to digital projects. It can be a metro project as well, where you need to communicate on a digital way, or even a government project, which will take a little longer time. But the you can't do away with the project manager not knowing the digital platforms. Now, digital platforms is not only WhatsApp. Okay, you need to know which is the right way. Social, which is probably out of all the social media, is the right tool to communicate to different of my stakeholders. Facebook may not be the one. Instagram may not be the. There might be a Slack, a new tool which is coming in the market, which is more effective to communicate for a project manager. So I think you need to know that idea. You need to give that new tools so that the intelligence of the project is generated and sent to the right stakeholders. So you need to be very effective user of cloud, mobile, and all the other digital platforms. So this is our way of thinking about digital. Okay, now if this is my way of thinking about the digital way of a project manager to be, so what are the skill sets for this manager? Okay, I put on the top the word collaborative. Collaborative is actually another word is okay, is doing together as a team. Collaborative is having everyone on the same platform, rather than have chasing one another and you having a control of all the information. The information resides on one platform, everyone is contributing to that. That is a collaborative aspect of the project manager. So from a controlling aspect, I'm talking of a collaborative aspect. In a traditional way of project manager, it is more of a controlling aspect the project manager has. Now I'm trying to make it a collaborative aspect. The authority, accountability still is with the project manager, but he needs to share, the others needs to have a platform to share the information. He should definitely have strong communication skills. He should be a problem solver. Okay, and with the rapid changing of the situation, okay, he needs to ability to multitask and prioritize, because there would be 100 things, time is less. How to prioritize, multitask will also be one of the definite skills. Okay, I have written at the bottom tech savvy and data driven as well, which are the additional things, okay, for this project manager or new age digital project manager to have to communicate effectively. So I am also writing a blog which will have more details on this. My webinar is restricted to 45 minutes and then 15 minutes for question answer. But no, so these are a new skill set for the project manager. I was also talking of a digital tool for project manager, and I'm seeing I have put some kind of a screenshots from a new age tool called Project Insight, which we also resell in India and Asia and Middle East. But what is this digital tool? Again, the word collaborative, it's kind of a platform where all the stakeholders of the project team members, the project manager, the customer, all the stakeholders, sponsor, contribute at one place, okay, all their information. For example, if I want to put a comment against a task, I can log into one URL, and I will actually, against the task which will be seen by all, I put a comment. Okay, in that comment, against that comment, some other can come and comment. So every information residing at one location, and from that information, probably you can generate a good amount of project intelligence, right? So this is what we are trying to do. So the new age tool will be completely different, say from a MS Excel or say a MS project. A traditional MS project only resides with the project manager. Okay, he is kind of taking the information from different team members and putting the information in one tool. I'm talking exactly the opposite. The information is shared with all the others, and the communication is instant. Okay, so you will get real time status reports, you will get instant feedback, you will get your reports on your inbox or on your mobile, okay, or on your WhatsApp as you schedule it, with real time information in form of dashboards or in terms of reports. You will get real time refreshed information, and that's how you will create project intelligence to make informed decisions. So this is kind of the way the digital tool can be used for a project manager. So there are a lot of these tools in the market, okay, today, which can be used by different kind of, okay, no, there are a lot of tools that can be used effectively for enabling your project. Enabling means making it more effective at a higher productivity for your projects. Any questions so far? Okay. Cool. Right. So um, the other part is the what I have talked about is how to, okay, make what is the anticipated workload for the project manager, for a digital or the project manager who is working in the digital age. So one of the things he's going to do, okay, the same things which he has been doing. I don't see from a workload perspective things are going to change, but no, I see a kind of for large organizations. And when I was reading a report from the PMI, the PMO will have a good amount of significance in large organization to enable, okay, the digitization of passing of the information. So the controlling stakes for large organization, typically which are functional large organizations where there are like a composite functional, the PMOs will kind of own the communication between the different departments. So they will actually direct the speed or control the speed of information for large organizations. So PMOs are going to have a lot of importance in kind of large organizations. So, so basically, communication in the new age digital way, it will be much more quicker, faster for a project manager. He will be more efficient if he works out the digital way. Okay, so these are some of the workloads that we have mentioned here. Okay, and this is just our take on things, and some we have got it by going through the internet sources. So these are some of the anticipated workload in the digital age. I have a couple of case studies that I wanted to share with you before I wrap up the session. And this is one of the case study which was recently published by PMI.org. This is for the medical devices of AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca, you must be aware, it's kind of a very large organization, one of the big pharma companies, and they have a established unit in Bangalore in India as well. Okay, so AstraZeneca, decided to do a transformation on a digital platform, recently, which is 2 years back, and for that they formed a project management office, a PMO, to help them, okay, do the digital transformation. Okay, because the organization was so huge and had to interact with different departments, the communication flow was a challenge. Also, the in today's scenario, okay, in the case study is written, and I perfectly agree with it. In today's scenario, anyone can challenge anyone. Okay, it's not like small fish is eating big fish, or big fish can only compete with big fish. So small fish can also eat a big fish. So anyone can, you know kind of compete with anyone in today's world. So to be a leader in the market, there is no other way than to actually be nimble and agile in the way you are working. So they decided to transform the company on a digital platform. And then they had a PMO which will actually oversee this diagram, which calls about how what they will do. Okay. So because it's a pharma company, so they integrated all the research projects. This is for the IMED division. Okay. And incorporated technology and digitization as one of the major pillars for doing work, okay, which helped them. The information flow across the global thing was pretty important. They had champions on every unit, okay, helping them to transfer the information. So there is a the way they have transformed themselves, and still the process is on. PMI.org has published a case study, so you can go and visit and read about this case study, how AstraZeneca has digitized themselves into a global operations. So I have the idea was today, okay, in kind of a nutshell, to talk about, okay, I started with, okay, what is digital, okay, what I mean by digital, what the world means by digital, why digital is essential, why it is inevitable, what is this fourth way digital. So every communication we are going to do digital. Also, we talked about, okay, uh, that how the digital project manager, what the world means by it, and then we talked about our topic, that the project manager has no choice but to go digital. That is not only limited to the digital projects, but okay, to all the projects that will happen in the coming future. So for that, the project manager has to acquire newer skills, okay, to equip himself digitally. So he has no choice but to go digital. That's what I believe in completely. So if the project manager goes digital, okay, okay, he will be effective and he therefore can adapt to the change. So that's what we try to summarize in this webinar. Okay. So I am going to open this session for a little question and answer. At the same time, I want to mention that this there will be a recorded version of the webinar as well. Okay, so you can also go and listen to the webinar if something is missed. Okay, or some information you like to know. Uh, so just before question and answer, so we do all these courses in India, okay, and we are starting with the same online courses, okay, on our online platform from Jan 2019. So that would be okay. We can go across India and across the globe, hopefully with that. And yeah, so one of our premium courses is program management, okay, which talks about the ambiguity and the complexity in a environment in our organization. That's where program management are effective. We do a lot of Microsoft project corporate trainings and online as well. Uh, we have a self-learning ebooks and e-learning, self-learning portal where we give a lot of ebooks, templates, free things on that. We also have a site called talkprojectmanagement.com where you have rich content on surveys, facts, figures, videos, books, webinars, blogs, etc. You can visit that. You can have go to our LinkedIn official group or have free webinars on post training for all our training purposes. So yeah, so I want to open this for any questions and answers for anyone. Any questions and answers. So if you don't have at this point, okay, you can always drop a mail at info@prothoughts.co.in or support@prothoughts.co.in. Anyone with questions or answers, or you can directly mail me as well on my ID, and which is Ashish_Sadekar@prothoughts.co.in. Yeah, there is one question from Kunwar. Okay, is agility different from digital? Yeah, so agility is a Kunwar aspect of okay how quick you are. If I had to use the English meaning of the word agility, okay, how quick you are, and no, so the meaning is different. The digital is, but it can be used synonymously with the when we go digital. Digital is using different mechanisms, okay, like cloud solutions, mobile solutions to transact, which we call digital. But going digital, the speed is going to be very high, and therefore you need to be agile or you need to be quick in your decision making to maintain pace of going digital. So that's how I would say the relationship between agility and digital is. I hope you got the answer on that. Okay, so it's related in a way, but the meaning is different for sure. Yeah, any other questions? That was a good one, Konor. Yeah, great. Okay, thanks, Kunwar. So if there are no more questions, I would like to. Okay, there is some more. Okay, Ashish has one question. What skills are required for becoming digital project manager from M? What is from M? Can you just type what skill set is required for becoming project manager from? I didn't get what is from M, but yeah. Uh, uh, so, so the one is that, okay, you need to be aware of the new technology. Okay, no, I think you need to be a little more tech savvy. So today's CXOs, which are there, one of the essential skill set they have is embracing new technology. So I think you should be open with technology. How what is the new technology as a project manager? In fact, I would suggest that you need to try out new technology. That doesn't mean that, okay, no, that you need to be no hands-on technical guy. You need to embrace new technology. You need to be a user of the new technology. You need to understand what are the benefits of using the technology. So I think you should be open in that perspective to different technology, Ashish, so that, okay, you know which technology or which digital platform will help you to communicate for your project. So I think that's one of the skill sets that you should have. Also, you need to know in the fast changing world, okay, how to manage the data, how to communicate on a very quick basis the data. So I think you need to be agile and nimble. That is another skill set that you have. Okay, you should be open for failures, because, okay, because of large set of data, you have more choices in tomorrow's world, and you don't know which choice will work for you. I call this as ambiguous situation. So here you need to choose. Okay, you need to take a decision and stick with that decision. And if it's a failure, you need to iterate your decision, like in agile projects. Okay, and therefore this kind of skill sets will help you to learn and learn from your mistakes. And so iteration, new learning from failures is also a kind of a new skill set. So I'm talking about skill set which are going to be different from the earlier kind of era which you need to have. I hope that was useful for you, Ashish. Right. Any PDUs for this session? Yes, there are PDUs for this session. Okay, you can know. We will send you a mail on that, as well as if you have any queries, still you do not get it. There are a lot of blogs on this, or you can contact us on support or info at the rate of ProThoughts.co.in. You get one PDU for this session of one webinar. Okay, so you can report on that. Cool. So I will just launch a webinar, a quick poll on this, how you found out this. So if you can respond to that, I will be pretty happy and no, very grateful for that. So thank you all. I think all have responded. Thank you so much for your response.